and you'll look back on the ridge or look for people. The trees that follow in this area, guys, that I use as my callouts are basically, we call this W tree or stalker tree or envoy rock, which is the main spawn, which is actually right here. This main tree is like the middle, basically the middle, which is the kill zone of dead spawn, guys. And then to the right over here, see this bushy tree over here? We call that Tempo's tree, because it's actually a bushy tree where you can camp at, and it's a really good spot to go. This bushy tree right there is Tempo's tree. This tree I'm looking at, guys, Tempo's tree, okay? This bushy tree, not this normal bushy. See how the bushy goes all the way down, guys? This bushy goes all the way down. You can kind of hide behind it. It's actually a good spot to spawn camp. It's not bad. And then this tree over here is called Zejex tree, the streamer Zejex. This is a bushy tree. We call this auto spawn bushy tree. This is another bushy tree in front that goes all the way down that people tend to camp, guys. This is a really popular spot. One thing I have to say, if you guys are making the choice to dead spawn, oh, my webcam overlay, my bad, oops, okay, well, too bad. The video didn't start out too right. I got it. I'm on a roll, guys. Okay, this is a dead spawn tree right here, guys. A lot of people like camping in this tree. It's kind of the center location. And you're pretty hidden in this tree. One thing people don't realize, if you turn your textures to high, you can get shot over here. There's a spawn, we call this right here shit spawn, where you basically spawn in the middle over here, guys. I think it's the worst place to spawn. You're out in the open, you have to either run to this tree or run back to Tempo's tree. If you guys are making the choice to spawn back here. You know, people like, oh, you spawn camped me, I got killed, yada yada. You're making the choice to spawn there. I didn't force you to spawn there. If you really want it, you would move your guy in town, wait the 1 hour, and spawn in town. So anytime you guys bitch or moan, I got spawn camped, you kill me at spawn, you are making the choice to spawn there, not me. I might happen to be there, or you know, you might happen to kill me. It's a risk. It's risk and reward, guys. It can be high reward. If you spawn in on top of a sniper with a shotgun, you kill him with a shotgun, you just got a sniper rifle. But again, let's say you spawn in and there's a whole shitload of snipers over here, you're probably gonna die. You're probably gonna die. Also, another place that people need to know is Dakota likes to snipe out in this area right now. This is like Chico's. We're not sorry, Chico's. The 70, like 70. We call this Campos Hill, guys, by Campos. Obviously, this is lake spawn. I'm gonna go over a few more of the locations. This is, we call this right here beach house. See how it's a house by a beach? This is known as beach house, guys. We call this greenhouse, Vici house. We call this Bravo house or Seafoam greenhouse. And that's the greenhouse over here. You just have a name for the houses. Let people know, like, oh, there's a guy, you know, he's to the left. He's right by the lake, you know. Give a good location where people are at. Like, if you say, oh, there's a guy by a tree. Like, what the hell? What good does that do me? If I say, this bushy tree over here by Chico's, that's called Gonabro tree. It's another good spot to spawn camp. I like that spot a lot. This bushy tree over here that goes all the way down is called Coolio tree. A streamer named Coolio likes to hang out there. We have, obviously, you guys notice there's trees right here. See this double tree right here? We call this double wide tree, guys. See those two trees stuck together? This is another common spot to see people shooting from dead spawn. They'll be behind these trees. This rock right here we call DC rock, guys. A lot of people like to disconnect or log out because before you used to get a good spawn. If you log out right at this rock, you would get spawned behind dead auto. And then we have Mossy tree. We call this Mossy building by PD. Mossy sells Mossy around it. Makes sense to call Mossy building. You have Small Market, which is right here. You have Auto, or also known as Glitch building, guys, which is right here with the usually barricades on top. You have Big Market, which is right here. And you have Big Market Mossy. We call this Red House next to this green one. This is green one-story house by Playground. See, that's called the Playground right there, guys. And we call that Red House over here, that house, we call that Hooker House. I'm sorry, Red Stronghold House. And this one is PD Bushy, and you have by 6 and stuff. You just kind of got to give a general location where people are at if you want a PvP in Clearview. I'm just going over a quick guide on it. What I'm doing right now, I'm like running in the open is not a good idea. You guys probably want to go tree to tree. And when you're running around like into Clearview, don't run like in a straight line. You don't want to run a straight line. You kind of want to bob and weave. You'll see me jumping a lot. It's moving targets a lot harder to hit, guys, than like a normal target. And if someone's like on the fence, you'll be like, oh, he's inside the fence or he's outside the fence. Just more helpful tips to describe where people are at. These double trees are Mossy double trees. People know where that at. See this double tree right by a Mossy building? Then you have Sniper Hill. One thing that annoys me about Sniper Hill, guys, is Sniper Hill has two sides. So you have a Blue Ridge side, which is near Blue Ridge, and you have a Smallville side. And you also have a radio tower up here. There's a big radio tower. You can't really see it. There's trees in the way. But I guarantee you there's a radio tower up there. So when you're being sniped at, you got to say, oh, where's he at? He's on the ridge, Blue Ridge side, on the dark rocks. He's on the Blue Ridge ridge. He's Smallville side. He's by the radio tower. And also, we call these little humps boobs. He's on the first boobs, Blue Ridge side, etc. Giving a good location for someone out is really helpful. This is obviously the police department. I don't think we need to rename it since it's called police department right there. This red house could either be called PD Red or Art's house, because Artemis likes to snipe out of that house. This other red house this is Auto Garage, under the hangar of the Auto Garage by the this fire department right here. Fire department, auto, fire, auto, you can call it that. I have a zombie on me. This is the RV, obviously RV by Art's house. These are trees over here. These two bushy trees. We call this tree Myers tree. A streamer named Myers likes to snipe out of this tree because it glitches out. And obviously, again, you refer your map, guys. He's coming from 6. He's coming from 70. He's coming from Smallville side. Giving a good location where people are coming from is life or death. A lot of times people will come from Blue Ridge. There's a zombie patch over here and by Blue Ridge side. That's called Blue Ridge Zombie Patch. He's coming from 6. He's coming from Chico's, etc. And we'll go over this is this red house right here is Fire Station Red. So you have Fire Station Red, PD Red, guys. Obviously, you want to make directional calls. He's inside the wall, outside of the wall, you know, behind a car, if you're playing with a teammate, etc. We call these jump-off boxes right here, guys. Jump-off fire. This is what I'm doing right now. I'm in the fire station. I'm jump-off. Now I'm behind the pharmacy on the boxes. This is the pharmacy. This big building right here we call a bank, just because it looks like a really big bank right here. And this is we call the tractor. Obviously, there's a tractor here, tractor alleyway. We call this water tower house. See, there's a big water tower here in this house. We call this water tower house if you're making a call out. And the next red house over here is Sniper Hill house. You used to spawn in there and get Sniper Hill spawn, guys. Don't say yeah. Just don't be like, there's a guy over here. You know, he's inside the fence. He's outside the fence. This is white 2-story house. That's the only white 2-story house in Clearview that a lot of people like to camp. Obviously, we have the post office right here. You would call that post office. White house. You call that purple house. We call over here in this area by the burned out farm. It's a burned out farm, like a shack you want to call it. You said maybe it's towards Sniper Hill, so people know. We call that Sniper Hill. I'm just showing mainly points. A lot of times people will camp either in the post office, you know, in the white 2-story house. You just want to have good call-outs. Back here, this is like little garage. You want to call it maybe single carport by White House. This is greenhouse by White House, white 2-story. You got zombies on me. They killed them. Okay, over here, these are gas pumps over here, or by there's a gas pump, a gas station over here. You call that gas station, guys. So if someone's coming from, basically, they got lake spawn. It's right by the lake. They become a gas station side. And I call this house in the corner hooker house, just because, like, you think about hookers and stuff are on the corner. So I call this house hooker house. This is obviously the diner. You call that a diner. Oh, there's a guy by diner, etc. You have gas pumps. Sniper Hill. This is Sniper Hill, Smallville side, guys, coming from Smallville. Also, the more you play, you'll like learn the spawns. These are trailers right here. You say trailers right by the gas pumps. Trailers by gas pumps. People know where it's at. I call this one Little Auto, or like you call it like a mechanic shop. Mechanic shop, because it's basically like a little mechanic shop with a water tower. Obviously, this would be called Campos Hill. Campos Hill, and this is... I call this house over here, this is Beach House, because it's right by the beach. That greenhouse is Beach House, remember, guys? But this greenhouse over here, behind these pumps, that's called Lake House, because it's right there by the lake. It's not really that beachy. This is Red Stronghold House, and I call this the ghetto, because this is like a ghetto part of Clearview, so I call this area the ghetto. So I'm sniping by the ghetto. These are just some of the callouts you use in Clearview to help you guys with your gameplay a little bit. Callouts, in my opinion, are really important. They'll make or break your game. So if you guys have you know, your own custom names, these are some of the names I use in the game. The main thing is, like, what I like to do, I like to bring binocs. I think binocs are the best thing in the game for spotting people. Because if you look far away, the grass doesn't render. If you look close, you'll see the glass render and stuff. So you can see lizard bambies crawling around. You can spot people from far away if you have a sniper rifle, etc. Makes it really easy to spot people. So binocs, in my opinion, are something really good. And calling out people, instead of, like, let's say I see someone, right? I'm like, instead of me just taking a shot shooting at someone, you want to call out, oh, there's a guy. He's by this single story. He's right behind Bravo House at the green 1-story right by the lake. So then you start taking shots at him. So the person you're with knows where you're shooting at or your location. Let's say you miss or you die. having a better call out is going to make or break it, because teamwork, guys, makes the dream work. So these are just some of the call outs that I use for Clearview. You guys are free to make your own. I'd recommend practicing them with your teammates and just getting better at saying, you know, there's a guy over here, or he's on my body, or, you know, oh, guy right here, let me get him. He's right there, right there. Like, in the heat of battle, you know, I understand. You guys are like, oh, zombie right there. I just killed him. Right there, right there. But if you call out location, it definitely makes the difference, in my opinion. Does it got him, Rose House? Whatever you guys call, those are just some of the words I use. Probably end the video. We'll go back to PvP. Just log out. Alright, let's end up my video. I'll upload that to YouTube, guys.